Hello, this is Nia with Rainbow Cauldron, and this is your weekly general reading for September 14th through the 20th. And I decided to mix things up a little bit this week because I have two new decks which have been blessed during the full moon. And I really just wanted to use these during this week's reading and next week's reading. I know I normally use the Gita deck for my weekly readings, but I really just wanted to have a little bit of fun and mix things up and see how I liked using the Celtic Tree Oracle instead. And this is a really good deck. I've been wanting to get this deck for a long time, but it's currently out of print. Um, there is, when I search on Amazon, there is a listing for it that says that you can pre-order it, which makes me think maybe it's coming back. I don't know, um, but I found a listing on eBay for it, and I wasn't sure if this was coming back or not, but I didn't want to risk it and lose the eBay thing, so I went ahead and I got the eBay. I got this on eBay, and it's a really nice deck. It comes in a like a little cedar box, I think. Yeah, it smells like cedar. Um, and the cards are in there. Uh, Now, I mean, the cards that I got, they are a little. Kitty cat. They are a little bit scuffed up on the edges. Like, you can really tell that this was a used deck. So I went through and really cleansed these, but I am a little disappointed, with just how used these were. Um, and when I got it in the mail, the box was broken. I had to fix the box. So, but it comes with all sorts of other stuff, and it does also come with a very nice book, which I quite like. Very nice, and it's got some lovely, like a chart here. This was the previous owner's little marks, but yeah, really great deck. If it does come back, I may, or I may get this deck new, just to see how I like it, because this was a very used deck. So which I was a little disappointed with. But other than the quality of the deck and everything from the previous owner, other than that, I really enjoy this deck. And as you know, I am very much into the Celtic Tree Oracle stuff, the Ogham, and I have my book that I created, the Ogham book, that you know, I may consult a little bit in here because I have my own information that I created in here. So, you know, yeah. So this is right up my alley, and something I really enjoy. So I thought I'd try to use it this week and next week. And the other new deck that I got is the wildly popular Wild Unknown Tarot, and so many people love this deck. And I have to say that now that I have it and I have it in my hands and I've used it a couple times, I've blessed it, and I've done a few readings with these for myself. Um, I have to say that I love this deck too. It's a very beautiful deck. Um, it speaks volumes in the images, and I'm excited to use it. And I'm going to be using it for both this reading and the next weekly reading. Both of these I will be using, just so I can get more of a feel for each deck and see how it goes. Okay, so I've talked long enough about these decks, so let's get on to the reading. Okay. The first card that I put down will be from the Celtic Tree Oracle. I almost said the Gita deck. But, so the first card that I put down will be from the Celtic Tree Oracle, and it will represent the general theme or feeling throughout this week, or something to think about. The three cards that I placed below will be from the Wild Unknown Tarot, and will be the general energy flow this week. And that flow can go back and forth between these cards. There's no set days that these cards are referring to. It's just a general flow of energy. All right. So first card is Aya, white poplar. Okay. So I did do these readings beforehand, and since these are new cards, I had to look up um, the books, how the book feels about these, what the meaning is, all that. And the key phrases that I got from the description um, had to do with concern with earthly and material issues, strength, it's more spiritual strength to deal with sudden harsh realities, and that this is a the ancient shield maker's tree. So there's this level of protection and shielding involved with this. And I also liked uh, the book. It talked about how the leaves of the tree move in a way that the wind goes through it. That it gave it its nickname of the whispering or the talking tree, and I think that gives it a some messenger qualities. Um, Now, how does that relate to the reading? Well, if we put these descriptions into the context of a story, we're seeing here that there are many material and earthly concerns going on that highlighted some of the harsh realities we weren't ready to face yet. Um, by listening to our inner guidance, though, our inner voice, that whisper within us, we're finding strength to shield the negative effects of the concerns. And that's the advice that the white poplar is giving us this week. And listen to your gut to give you the strength to endure tough stuff we face day to day. Your inner voice is where you find your strength this week. Okay, so and then onto the wild unknown. The first card is the Seven of Swords. This deck is so awesome. I can't tell you how much awesome. It's just a really um, vivid deck. The imagery is so great. And then we have the Four of Swords. So we're seeing swords here, and this card I think very much connects to that card there. All right, and the final card this week is the Two of Pentacles. Lovely images. All right, so with the Seven of Swords, we're really seeing deception, and that's the general interpretation of this deck or this card in traditional decks. Here, I feel that it's more of an emphasis on not telling the whole truth. Like we're telling this much of the truth. We've got six swords out here, but we're hiding away that seventh sword, that fox, that sly fox is sort of hiding that away. And there's some hidden issues going on, certain parts being kept quiet. We're not letting everything out, or we're not getting all the information. This is either how we're acting, or how someone in our life is acting, and it's or a situation. It's we're seeing part of the truth but not the whole truth, and that's really what I see here. And what's interesting about this deck too is that sometimes I feel like when I'm doing readings with this deck, the answers are so concise. There's not much to really say. You say it's pretty clear almost. So I it's a very clear deck, and I very very much enjoy it. With the Four of Swords here, like I said, I see that connection with the tree. The Four of Swords is, your eye immediately goes to the fawn's third eye here. And he's or she, is to focus our thoughts. Take a rest, not acting, being still.
And it's connected to this oracle card, um, in that the oracle card is telling us to, um, is that our strength to deal with the difficult situation this week, which is this card, will come from listening to our inner voice. And we see that here. We see that in action with the Four of Swords here. Carefully thinking, not acting, and taking the time to focus our thoughts before we act. Let ourselves think this through, just stay still for a little bit. And let me get close on here. Really just stay still and listen to your inner voice, think things through before you act. And that's the advice we're getting, which is very connected to this card. And finally, with the Two of Pentacles, this card shows, it really shows the traditional meaning of the card, which is having to do with juggling responsibilities or issues, trying to keep a balance in life, but also it feeling almost like it's almost a struggle, constant struggle with this infinity, a constant struggle to keep all the stuff you're juggling in balance. And that's the traditional meaning, and it is represented very well here. But with this card, we have the added image of this huge butterfly, and it's not just a little butterfly off in the corner. I mean, it makes up the almost the entirety of the card. So it's basically the whole card. And what do butterflies represent? They represent change and transformation. So this situation this week is causing a transformation within us. There's changes being made to our daily routines or how it was before, and these changes have caused us to work to find a new balance in life. And that's what I get here. So that was the reading this week. We have an overall feeling of listening to our inner voice and thinking before we act. Um, there's hidden information. Either we are not telling all of the truth, we're keeping some things hidden away, or there's something going on in our lives that we're only seeing part of the truth for, and some of it is hidden away. And this is creating this situation causes us to, in some way, transform in our life. And some sort of change is happening that's causing us to have to create a new balance in life. Okay, so let me know how this was. If you liked using the Celtic Tree Oracle cards instead of the Gita deck this week. Let me know. If you hated it, let me know. Um, and I really love this deck, and I'm really glad I get to use it. So thank you so much for watching, and blessed be.